Hello, welcome back to the GT3 and welcome back to typical British weather. There is nothing quite as depressing as a desaturated, sodden motorway in Britain as you are exiting summer, transitioning into this greyness. I think if you were to take an overall Pantone sample of what is in front of me right now, it would just be grey. It is vile, which means we're going to have to spice things up a bit with a few projects which are coming very soon. So, not sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, but today, or in fact yesterday after this video drops, I have finally put a date, October 22nd, on the big project which I've been talking about for the last few months. Now, I've likened it to feeling like an iceberg. Now, hear me out. So what I mean by that is, I feel like my head has been cruising above the water, going about my daily content creation, sharing my life with you guys, but underneath there's this mass of logistics and planning and organization behind the scenes that you guys currently haven't seen, which to be honest has often got in the way of other content opportunities. You'll understand why when this project drops. Without exception, this is probably the biggest project that I've ever undertaken in terms of stress, investment, scale, scariness, the unknown. It's a big commitment. I can't wait for this to drop. The reason that there is a launch date is because there's been so much planning behind the scenes that I'm still actually waiting for a few bits of the jigsaw puzzle to click into place until I'm sort of absolutely confident that this thing is going ahead. As it stands right now, hence giving a date of October 22nd, I am 97% confident that it's all going ahead. But once you see it, once you realize the scale of this thing, you'll be like, I see why this has taken up so much of your time recently. It's also one of the reasons why the F12 TDF video hasn't come along yet. The logistics of this, what I'm calling Project 2, have been so big that I've had to prioritize that in order to get this project off the ground. All shall be revealed on October 22nd. If you have subscribed, thank you very much, but you need to go back on the homepage of my channel, and to the right of the subscribe button is a little bell. If you click that, you will definitely get the alerts for when new content goes live. Now, speaking of logistics and planning and feeling like an iceberg, I'm on my way now to visit a good friend of mine who has also had a pretty big project in the pipeline for the last few months. In fact, should I say it, years. I shan't give too much of that away right now. We're on our dreary drive down to the edge of the Cotswolds, upon which I shall explain to you further what this awesome project is. Good to see you. How's things?
Yeah, good. Welcome. CAFFEINE.
Thank you. Wet and dreary day. Such is life in the UK. Phil has just moved over from Dubai. Well, about 18 months. We'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Talk me round, man. This is cool.
So yeah, this is the home of CAFFEINE machine. As you know, it started as this kind of like harebrained project about 4 years ago with a desire to build bricks and mortar up around petrolhead community.
Yeah, man.
And then we pulled the trigger about 12 months ago to go and give it a go, and this is it.
Here we are.
This is it.
Cool.
So I didn't know where, we had no idea where we were going to put it. We had no idea what it was going to look like, no idea how we were going to pull it off.
Okay.
We moved back from Dubai 12 months ago, 14 months ago, give or take.
Yeah.
And then went searching.
Big project.
It's
been a big project.
It has.
So most of what I've seen has been from you sending me pictures going, look at this, like check this out.
Yes.
And then updates on Instagram, link below.
Yeah.
Show me around.
So we've got 12-ish acres of land.
It's big.
So we stretch right down to that back field, all the way back down there.
Okay.
All the way up through the forest and all the way around the back.
So can we do some off-roading?
We can do off-roading. We can do walks up through the forest. We've had opportunities to do drone racing, and then we've got a cool road right here, which has its good points and its bad points.
Well, driving in it was all good points, man. It was flowy and undulating, and it's good.
You know, Aston use it as ride and handling road, so we get motorcycles whizzing up and down, but we get bikes.
Because in terms of where you're placed,
it's middle.
Right in the middle.
It's middle.
But there's all these car brands around the place.
It was conscious.
Yeah.
There was a
JLR
conscious
up the road.
Yeah, so
Jaguar
we can see them at night. They light up over there.
Very cool.
Coventry,
Yes.
Detroit of England.
Land of
within
car
reason.
design.
Motorbikes, cars, and then we've got motorsport belt that runs that way.
Yeah.
And we've got racetracks, Silverstone, Mallory, Donington.
Yeah. Silverstone is 40 minutes away.
It's all here. Yeah, it was the private home of a guy called Philip Evelyn Shirley.
Okay.
Who traces his way all the way back to the Doomsday Book, and he's still around. His family's still kicking, right? Pure lineage through. So this was their private family home, and then about 60 years ago, it got turned into a B&B roadhouse. And then the previous tenants had it for 40 years, and then we took it on after 40 years of their tenureship, but it was in a sorry old state.
From the pictures I've seen,
A sorry old state.
Disaster.
Yes.
Involved here.
Yeah, you know, all the way
Just
down
quickly, I want to point you to these, if I may, Phil.
Yeah.
Car plinths
Yeah.
up here. So this will be a venue for events, right?
Yeah, it's going to be community driven predominantly,
Yeah.
but the way that we're looking at it is everyone sits in the community funnel.
Yeah, man.
From me to you to car brands.
We like
and
it.
then all the supply chain as well, right?
So there'll be
everyone's
times
in
when we
the
come
funnel.
here and there'll be beautiful machines parked on these plinths.
Pervat plinths.
When the sun comes back out again.
Pervat plinths. First project that we've got tacked onto the side is String Theory, which is this building
cool.
here. So this is going to be a shop run by a guy
here?
called Ben Smith. And this is an old school suspension geometry and alignment shop.
Really?
String patches.
Very cool.
Because
Wow.
there's too many of us that drive cars that these modern digital machines just can't read. Let's
Actually,
go old school
to be fair,
and dial it in.
So he's strings and dies and drop
Strings
rods
and dies, yeah.
Wow.
And then we're going to put a little fab shop behind it, which a guy called James Webley's going to drop into.
Okay.
Who is super interesting story, came out of the army via Mission Motorsport into JLR. He wants a little private hangout to
very cool.
make stuff. Very cool. There you go. So, in the front door.
There's a car inside the building. That's a good start. Oh, it's nice and warm. So we're greeted by wonderful memorabilia.
Old school motor lead steering wheel.
Wow.
Came out of my first 1956 drag Beetle that I built years ago.
What you will find around Phil is there's always a story behind everything.
There has to be.
I've just picked this up and this is already...
There has to be stories. If
There
there's
has
not
to be
stories, we all have stories.
meaningless,
It's
isn't
sharing
it?
them.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I know someone who made a career out of stories, James.
What are we talking about? Right. Oh, check it out.
This is what we're calling the Emporium. Emporium was designed to give everybody a little bit of wall space.
Okay.
So the idea is that everything that's in the building is for sale.
Okay. I like that.
And it's collaborative.
Yeah.
Slightly socialist, slightly hippie commune. Come up, give us some colour, expose yourself.
Like a hipster petrol head.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We have Amy Shaw.
Yes.
A bunch of Amy Shaw.
Yep.
A guy called Cesar Pieri that does these stunning Jaguar bonnet art
Very
pieces.
cool. Very cool.
And then a guy called Chris, who was the first guy to reach out to us, who does these stunning resin tabletop
These are
models.
so good.
They're beautiful.
They are so cool.
And
if only they all had that stance.
But he came to us with this, and then I found a chessboard, and I reached out to him and said, "Look, can you shrink these right down so that we can have Battle of the Brands chess?" So he shrunk them for us, which has then led us to having bedroom keys.
I mean, the closest thing I've seen to that top down is the DLS, I would say.
Super wide.
Super wide.
Super wide.
We like that. So this
Probably-
came over from Dubai?
Yeah, so this started life. This was restored 24 years ago by one guy, a guy called Ben Lewis. I just had to have it. So when I got to a point where we could afford it, I asked him for first refusal.
Very cool.
He phoned me up one day and said it's for sale. I shipped it to the Middle East. We drove it around, we enjoyed
So
it.
it was built in
It was
the
built.
UK?
It was built here in Warwickshire, and it was painted
that's
by
weird.
the local paint garage just down the road.
Man.
Yeah, Cushcan. It smells great. Yeah, and then he spent the best part of 8 years restoring it in his own single garage.
I'm feeling this like wicker basket vibe.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
The tray of goodness. Right, speaking of weirdness. So this is our Adana room. So this has been curated by a gentleman called Mark and his beautiful
That's
girlfriend
so
Jen. Yeah. So again, we wanted to curate something that was representative of just the awesomeness of the community. And Mark and Jen stood up and shone.
So the building effectively is split into two sides.
It will take two, maybe
Birdhouse
three
and
if you were to
emporium.
classify the bedrooms.
So there's the sleepage upstairs.
Sleepage upstairs. So welcome to the bar.
Hey, is that? Can I buy that?
Yes, you can.
I can could buy that.
Everything's for sale.
How cool is that? I love that, mate. That's very cool. Who did that?
Johnny, same guy.
Really? Same guy? Wow.
So, bar.
So this is the coolest bar I've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah, so I met a guy 20 years ago when I was delivering parts around Warwickshire, VW parts.
Yeah.
And on a Thursday afternoon, my drop-off was with a guy called Wayne Allman, who owned a shop called Intergalactic Custom Car Shop. And he builds dragsters, chassis. Yeah. Wayne is from a bygone era of just manual artisan, and he built that all on his own.
That whole thing? All
on his own in about 4 weeks, top to bottom.
I mean, it's huge. You're not sure if the camera's doing it justice, but it's huge. I'm gonna walk around bar side.
Yeah, you can go bar side.
Yeah.
It's one of those peculiar
it's so
things
shiny,
that
bro.
I think it's very much form over function.
You have your own brew.
We have our own brew.
That's
so we've got our own lager,
yeah.
and then we're also working on our own ales in collaboration with a company called Church Farm, which again local. So it's all local.
Yeah.
Local. Even to the point where we've got that.
This is a Tuthill piece?
Yeah, so 7th edition Paris-Dakar Rally on the back of the SC.
The real deal.
It's the rear window off the car.
I had to clarify that several times. I was like, you mean it's the actual thing? He's like, yeah, it's the real window.
It's the real
You mean not like it's off another one and they painted it? No, it's the real thing.
It's the real deal.
It's kind of a weird, so on the drive over here, as I'm sort of teasing this project of my own, which is, so I likened it that we've both got these crazy projects on right now, and I likened it to us sort of being like icebergs, so that our heads are above the water, cruise along with underneath with this massive logistics and organisation. I don't want to give too much away about our project, but I'm also here to talk about this wonderful contraption.
Yeah. It's killer, isn't it? So
very killer.
You know, we talk about stories. There's always a story.
Yeah, man.
When I moved back to the UK, I really struggled with coffee. And we engaged with a lot.
Coffee culture is actually pretty incredible.
It's mega and it's on fire. And everybody's willing to jump in and get involved and help.
Yeah.
And we came into England and we were like a travelling tidal wave whirlwind, right? And I think we scared quite a few people to the point where I felt like no one was willing to engage. And I very fortuitously met the man from La Marzocco.
The guy,
and he came down and he saw the project, he saw the building, and he listened to the concept and just said, look, I think I've got something.
Cool.
And La Marzocco stepped up with this. This is kind of like God Save the Manual when it comes to espresso machines. So they're appreciating the same thing that you and I are appreciating.
Sure.
Everything's going automated. Yeah. Everything's going button, detach.
One press automation done.
Yeah. Whereas that you kind of can't do unless you've got an old school flavour. So it's very manual.
Very, but I like that. It's very cool.
Yeah, but
and incredibly on brand.
Yes, it is. It works.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got a clutch kick to it. So when you get to your sort of 4.5 second pre-wet, you feel it trying to say, like, I've had enough now.
It's time now.
Yeah, and off you go.
Release.
But beast.
Very cool.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
And ultimately
give away too much.
Yeah, beautiful.
Big things are coming.
And then it spreads.
Well, exactly.
So it spreads down.
There's interesting timings here, which we shall speak about soon.
Coming soon. So down here we have
road. It's a porn burger.
Yeah.
Porn burger.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about.
Okay.
That's my kind of burger right there.
That's what we're all about.
Matthew Ramsey, good lad.
So Roadhouse Food, I'm going to explain why we're looking a little bit low on covers, because it's consciously done that way.
Yeah.
So we have about 42 covers inside.
Okay.
But we wanted this place to feel like a lounge. Hence, it's carpeted, it's comfy, it's warm. Again, you've got your artwork spreading around everywhere. But the reason we've kept it nice and tight is it needed to feel homely.
Sure.
But then we're going to use all that land out there and we're going to send people outside. Yes.
Listen, we're going to be spending a lot more time here. Like, probably you're going to be sick of me. A disproportionate amount of time here. So the launch is 2 weeks, 27th.
Yeah, so it's 2 week warning.
27th of October.
Yeah, 11 till 11.
Do I put the address below?
Yeah, you do.
Do you want to get?
You do.
Do you want to get a barrage?
Let's do it.
Okay, address below. Saturday, 27th of October.
Yep.
Doors are open.
Yep.
I shall be down here. I shall be bringing the red one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shit, really?
Yeah, the red one's coming. Believe it or not, it does exist.
It does.
So
I believe in it.
Come down, say hello to both Phil and I, and grab yourself some good old.
We'll have everything on the burn.
That's
so we're going to have the coffee going, we'll have the drinks going, and we'll have a selection of our kind of what are we calling it? Sharing platter food, wings, nachos, mini burgers, all of that good stuff.
Porn burgers.
Porn burger.
Porn burger. Very cool. All right, man. Well, I've got to head off to Silverstone now, but that's the other great thing about this place. You know, by the nature of car stuff, it always starts like red eye. It's always stupid early in the morning. So this is a nice hub for.
We can fuel you and send you on the way.
Fuel me, send me down. Silverstone, I've worked out on Waze is like 40 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah, it's perfect, man. Roadhouse.
The beginning, the middle, and the end of every journey, right?
Dude.
That's what we're trying to be.
Awesome. Comments below. Want to know what you want to hear. Not sure if you guys watched the channel 2 years ago, two Genevas ago.
I don't even know where we were. Where were we? Middle of France?
We were middle of France. We were in Phil's green. What's the name of the green?
Silverstone Green.
Silverstone Green? Okay, Silverstone Green XJ220, discussing this very concept. And now it is here.
It's a real thing.
Manifested in reality.
It's a done thing.
Ready to open.
Yeah.
So,
come on down.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.